What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ryan, and I'm your bearded nootropics information divulger. And I wanted to read an interesting study about a nootropic compound, alpha GPC, that actually improved muscle strength in isometric exercise. So basically, like symmetrical, evenly symmetrical exercises in a person to sort of demonstrate how some nootropics have many other effects, and nootropics that affect choline, the cholinergic system, also have wide-reaching effects. Thanks so much for watching. Check us out on the web at livecortex.com, livecortex.com/blog. Big blog for nootropics information. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/cortexstacks. Do it now. Thanks so much. And look, 3 powerful products support this broadcast. Here they are. Elite level nootropic products. Number 1, we've got a nootropic stack, and it's awesome. It's called Cortex. It's used by lots of people all around the world, primarily business folks, corporate people, entrepreneurs, folks that need focus, motivation, verbal fluency, mental energy. Use the Cortex stack. If you want to get it for pretty cheap right now, you can use the coupon code 5, F-I-V-E. That'll take you to 28 bucks. Think about it. 28 bucks gets you focus and flow for quite some time. livecortex.com, link in the description below. If you need my help personally on anything related to nootropics, we have a consulting service on nootropics. Buy that at livecortex.com, very popular. And if you're new to nootropics, we wrote a book for you. It's called Smarter, Better, Faster. You have to just get that first, read it, and then proceed with, learning nootropics, using nootropics, etc. It teaches you everything, gives you many stacks. It's digital also. Okay, so I'm going to read you, basically the gist of the study is they gave people for 6 days, it only took a mere 6 days, alpha-glycerylphosphorylcholine. You guys know that as alpha GPC. It's a bioavailable choline source. Basically, it just helps the brain build a neurotransmitter called acetylcholine, and that's a neurotransmitter that primarily a lot of nootropics affect. And the result of increasing it is focus, verbal fluency, a lot of cases motivation because your brain feels better, processing speed improvements, working memory improvements, these kind of things. It's a pretty profound compound. Typically, as a nootropic, especially for younger folks, you dose it between 75 and 250 milligrams. If you take it with racetams, because racetams kind of synergize with alpha GPC, because the racetams kind of tell the brain to release more for the neurotransmitter it's going to create, so it's kind of a synergistic combination, necessary cofactor really. Then people might need to take a little more, 300, 400 milligrams. It all depends on the person. And some people are so sensitive to acetylcholine in their brain, they really can't take much of this stuff at all. We're talking about 50 to 75 milligrams. These days I fall into that category. I'd love to be taking 500 milligrams of it because it's so good. But that is that. But the thing is this, acetylcholine, okay, besides like the brain and the brain using it, is also fired and engaged when you do any type of muscular contraction. So it actually controls muscular contraction. So each time you lift some weights or you go on a run, you're burning acetylcholine. So you might actually find that your workout recovery is better if you take alpha GPC, a couple hundred milligrams or something after a workout. And then, your recovery is better because you're sort of replenishing the acetylcholine that you burned during that time. It's like a critical thing to kind of understand. So this study, though, actually demonstrates that. I'll give you basically a conclusion, and we'll sort of talk a little bit about the setup. The conclusion is alpha GPC is effective at increasing lower body force production after 6 days of supplementation. Sports performance coaches can consider adding alpha GPC to the diet of speed and power athletes to enhance muscle performance. That's basically crazy. So what they did here, the participants reported to the lab, blah, blah, blah. Okay, the participants, it was a mid-thigh pull. So I don't know what a thigh pull is, but I guess probably some way where you sort of maybe like a squat or something when you've got weights attached, perhaps somewhere to your waist around maybe a waistband like harness. And then the participants then consume 600 milligrams a day. That's a lot of alpha GPC. Some people will be able to tolerate that. Other people won't. Or placebo, because this totally was like a placebo-controlled, like double-blind crossover study, which is cool because it kind of measures for errors and things of this, and it controls for errors and things of this nature. And at the end of six days, performed isometric mid-thigh pulls. Okay, right. A 1-week washout period was used before the participants baseline. Okay, that's not particularly relevant. So yes, the results were, for those of you that want to understand this, actually this is a little too detailed. There's all these numbers here and whatever. It just says alpha GPC treatment tended towards greater change from baseline force production. That's pretty cool. So literally the conclusion is like it's effective at increasing lower body force production with only 6 days of supplementation. That's crazy. So I've known this for a long time. Like I've known that acetylcholine has to do with muscular contractions, and the more of it you have, the better that stuff works. And after workouts, like I'll take choline supplements for that reason in lower doses, because it actually really does help you recover better. I mean, it helps me. But weightlifters out there, aside from a nootropic benefit, you might want to consider alpha GPC as something that helps you with force production. Freaking awesome is that? That's cool when you can find a multifaceted, effect-wise nootropic compound that does more than one thing. It's like, wouldn't it be great if it could help your brain function and it does other things too that make your body better? I also think that I also believe alpha GPC contributes to the building of phosphatidylcholine, which is like the outer structural component of cells, brain cells. And the more phosphatidylcholine you have, the better your brain's gonna signal. Ray Kurzweil, the futurist and nootropics user, who's like 70 or something now, takes alpha GPC every day. Okay, so I thought that'd be like a good tidbit of information for you folks. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions about nootropics, Ryan at livecortex.com. I'll try to do a video about it. If you need my help personally, stupid fruit fly, we have a consulting service on nootropics at livecortex.com. That's our website. Great, nootropics blog. It's over there. I mean, there's 83 or 84 podcasts at this point on livecortex.com/blog. The Cortex stack, our nootropic stack, made for people to focus, have energy, verbal fluency, motivation, productive drive, working memory. Corporate people use it, business people use it, hardcore people use the stack, poker players use it. Buy it at livecortex.com. Right now, coupon code 5FIVE saves you some money, gets you a bottle for 28 bucks. Can't be any better than that. And then lastly, if you're new to nootropics and want a bunch of cool stacks and want to know how to take them surgically, buy Smarter, Better, Faster. Read it at least 5 times, but ideally 10 to 15 times. It's digital and it's awesome. Thanks so much for watching. What's up, everybody? Ryan Michael Balla here. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Look, we've got, as it stands, 5 primary products that I want to just explain to you. You heard us mention them during the video, so I'm going to break them down. Number 1, from left to right, the Cortex Nootropic Stack. This is a cognitive enhancement stack that you really want to take to turn the lights on. Just to give you an idea, hardcore business folks that require 18 to 20 hours of brain function, take the Cortex stack. That's what we initially designed it for, but then like everybody in the nootropic sphere loved it. Verbal fluency, speed of processing, motivation, drive to want to work. That's what the Cortex stack does. Moving right along, the aniracetam guide there, that is called the Beginner's Guide to Aniracetam, breaks down 25 powerful aniracetam stacks, shows you how to use aniracetam. It's essentially the everything guide to aniracetam. Long demanded, folks asked us for it, we delivered. It is fully digital, lots of powerful stacks. And then there's the nootropic stacks for the business professional. That's basically 100, right around 100 powerful uridine, modafinil, theacrine, aniracetam, oxiracetam, phenylpiracetam, alcar stacks for business situations, for the type of brain states that business folks need for sustained performance. Next is the racetam God Guide. That is a high-level every racetam guide, digital guide. We've got all the major racetams with accompanying focus stacks and memory stacks and speed of processing stacks. In that racetam. There's 8 major nootropic racetams, and that guide explains all of them and accompanying stacks. Then there's the Noopept Pro Stack List. The Noopept Pro Stack List is a digital guide that explains oral, so just taking it by mouth, sublingual, taking it under the tongue, and then intranasal, spraying Noopept nasal spray in your nose, stacks. It's just a bunch of stacks, a giant stack list of Noopept stacks that are highly effective, pro-level, specific brain state inducing type of Noopept stacks. That thing has been a hit out there with the market. And then last, there's Smarter, Better, Faster. Smarter, Better, Faster is the all-around, everything nootropics digital guide. If you just want to learn everything, many racetams, modafinil, etc., get Smarter, Better, Faster. It's like the guide you need to know if you're new to nootropics, to learn basically everything and to walk away knowing what you need to know on nootropics. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for watching. Get this stuff at livecortex.com and rock on.